Are you a fan of Jesus or a follower of Jesus? Luke chapter 9, that's one of the things that he deals with in Luke 9, right smack in the middle. In verse 23, he says, "If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow me." And this is one of the spots where Jesus makes it clear that being a follower of Jesus means hardship. It means suffering. It means rejection. It means a difficult life. And there are a lot of preachers out there and a lot of people out there that are going to tell you otherwise. They're going to tell you that following Jesus means health and wealth and prosperity, that if you follow him, everything's going to be good for you. And, you know, Jesus promises you a good life and all those kinds of things. And unfortunately, they obviously are not listening to Jesus himself, because those things are not true. Any preacher who tells you that Jesus is going to make you prosperous and he promises you wealth and health and happiness on this earth, that preacher's lying to you. And you need to hear from Jesus' mouth himself. He's just told his disciples in Luke 9 that he's going to be rejected and he's going to suffer and he's going to be killed. And then he says, and if you want to follow me, that's going to be the same path for you. It's going to be filled with rejection and suffering and hardship. He says, if you want to follow me, you have to take up your cross and die daily. So following Jesus is hard. There are a lot of people who are fans of Jesus. You know, they look at his life, they look at his teaching, and from a distance, they're like, man, that guy, he's an impressive guy. And the truth is, he is impressive. But Jesus says, if you're following me, you're actually going where I'm going. You're on the same path that I'm on. And the path that I'm on is a path to suffering and hardship in this life. And if you're going to follow me, it's going to take suffering and hardship. So at the end of this chapter, he's got a couple of guys that want to follow him, it seems like. And, you know, one guy says, I'll follow you, but let me first go and bury my father. Seems like a legitimate request. But Jesus says to him, let the dead bury their own dead. But as for you, go and proclaim the kingdom. And then another guy says to him, Lord, I'll follow you, but let me first say farewell. Let me say goodbye to my family and friends at home. But I'll follow you. Let me first do this, and I'll follow you. And Jesus says, no one who puts his hand to the plow and looks back, like wishing to be somewhere else, is fit for the kingdom of God. So two quick things about this. One way to determine if you're a fan of Jesus or a follower. Fans say this, Lord, me first. These guys at the end of chapter 9, that's what they said. Lord, let me first go bury my father. Lord, let me first say farewell to those at my house. Lord and me first don't go in the same sentence. And Jesus made that clear. If you want to follow me, it's about me, not about you. So fans look at Jesus and say, I like that, but me first. A follower looks at Jesus and says, I'm all in. I'm all in with you today. So here's a question for you. Are you a fan of Jesus or a follower?